Cristiano Ronaldo, Suey.
Good evening, beautiful peoples. How are we, handsomes and beauties? Welcome, welcome. I'm on my own again. He's stuck in Bolton this time. I don't think he likes Ricochet, Kieran, to be honest with you. He keeps telling me I really don't want to cast Ricochet, so he needed a new excuse today. So it's you're stuck with me. No, no magic man from Merseyside this evening, but hopefully I can manage to steady the ship for the time being. But we've got Fluxx Nation, guys, up against a Ricochet Ultra here in ACCL Division 2 playoffs, and this is Groups A and B. So I believe the way that Division 2 this season has worked is they've split it into two brackets. I will show you guys currently the bracket that we will be focusing on. As mentioned, this is Groups A and B in these playoffs, and we've got that game highlighted in blue. Ricochet Ultra up against Fluxx Nation, one of the ACCL Classicos. This one, so it should be a good matchup nonetheless. And obviously another game that's currently going on. Not quite sure when those guys will be playing it though, but it's Iconic Esports up against Astra Infinite, who I do believe, if memory serves me well, are the South Africans. So it'll be interesting to see how those boys get on. And we can already see that Erase Wipes, Oyson & Co., Incentive Rebellion, and I think is it Rippers? Although it's spelt Ripers, I think it is Rippers. But I believe they're another South African team. Oh, and Lidesy with the sub as well. Thank you very much. How are you, brother? Evening, Major. Thank you very much for dropping that, man. I really appreciate you guys. And obviously, Sam Radine. Obviously, I'll do it in voice as well. I did drop it in the chat, but Samuel, Jay as well, Mr. Tiny dropping some follows. And obviously, all you beautiful people for dropping by. And I appreciate every single one of you, new and old. And geez, close to a hype train. God damn, that's a way to start hump day today, isn't it? Thank you very much, guys. But yeah, Fluxx Nation up against Ricochet Ultra. I will show you guys what the teams are saying. So for anyone who doesn't know, Fluxx Nation consists of Docs, Afraidable, or AF, I believe his in-game name you'll see is Breachy and Chandy. And then Ricochet Ultra, they've got Rico playing instead of Vex this time. So it's Hayden Stoker, 808, and Rico. So still a pretty stacked roster, let's be honest. And the maps for this evening, guys, we've got a triple Tuscan and a double Berlin. So obviously the guys didn't really want too much variation in this one, yeah, that's what we've got. So we got a bit of a middle ground on that one. South Africans are crap for a team on 200 ping. Yeah, they are very, very good for 200 ping. I wish there was a way in which they wouldn't have to work their way around such a horrific amount of ping. Let me just quickly try and join up on the boys because they are now lobbying up. So we should be very shortly starting our map numero uno here between Fluxx and Ricochet. As mentioned, an El Clasico, I believe Fluxx mentioned it as. So we should be pretty much very close to getting started. Yeah, we're just waiting on a few more players to lobby up, and then we should be good to go. But I don't know if there are any mods in the chat. If you can potentially do some channel points to earn yourselves a Sui or a major. I have brought them back on after after we turned them off for a little bit with the important ACCL streams for the Sheffield LAN. Obviously couldn't spam it. Let me quickly make sure that we're on the right sides. We're good to go. Pablo can't buy me time today. But yeah, guys, should be ready to go underway very shortly. But yeah, I'm not quite sure what the prize pool is for these lads playing in these Division 2 playoff games. If you guys do happen to know what the prize pool is, feel free to drop it in the chat, because your boy don't know. I just rock up and chat the finest of waffle over the finest of was over the top of these boys while they just casually beam each other back and forth. So if you do know what the prize pool is, give us a shout. But we are waiting on, how's my maths, 3 players, and Mr. Domino wants us to. So yeah, a very stacked set of players. If you are just joining us, guys, this is our set of teams for this evening. Fluxx Nation and Ricochet Ultra. Fluxx Nation consisting of Docs, Afraidable, Breachy, and Chandy. And as Mr. DX has just said, Hayden very, very bad. When I played him, or played with him, he's been very good. Not going to lie. But Hayden, Stoker, 808, and Rico, the team on the side of Ricochet Ultra, representing Kieran's famous boys in purple. The purple wall on the side of Ricochet Ultra. And yeah, our maps again, I will show you them, guys. Triple Tuscan and a double Berlin. So nice and juicy for us one on this one. And this is currently what the bracket is saying with these guys at the moment. So this is currently round 2, or winners semi-finals, as it's also known. And then obviously we've got winners finals, which is noted as semi-finals, but obviously winners finals and then that grand final. Whoever manages to work their way through to the Incentive Rebellion boys, which is Dan Cod's lot, I do believe. They have managed to knock out Rippers, and they are currently waiting the loser of that iconic esports and Astra Infinite game. So Human Century come with a windy shot. So yeah, guys, we're just waiting on everyone to lobby up. We're still waiting on a few, so hopefully we can get this underway very, very shortly. So I appreciate your patience in the meantime. But I hope you're well, guys. Hope you're well. Me and Pablo are going to be starting to record some pods and stuff following on from the Toronto LAN. So if you guys are interested in listening to a podcast, or if you just need something to put you to sleep, I mean, we're easy. But yeah, we're going to be recording that very, very soon, giving our opinions on the challenges, COD stuff. And yeah, if you guys are going to want to listen to it, I'll probably upload it to YouTube, and I'll probably start a Spotify for it, because I know you guys will probably be listening through Spotify and other means as well. So I'll put it on both of those platforms. But yeah, we'll be using that as a platform just to chat about all sorts of challenges, some ACCL stuff as well, as and when. And one thing that I found out today, which was very surprising, is I had no idea that Val had not paid the Maverick lads from the Cold War tournament, and they're now advertising another tournament, but they've not paid the winners from the last one in the last COD. So if you guys are signing up to Val, I mean, just bear that in mind. If you win, you might be waiting a long time for your money, because Mr. Eric Boom is still waiting for his, and his boys are still waiting a long ass time for that. But that's a very bizarre approach. I remember seeing the thing about a new management team, but to be honest, if you're entering as the same organization, the same tournament organizer, then you would think they would pay the people that they owed money to. Pablo hasn't been paid either. Obviously, when we casted, they paid me, but they haven't paid Pablo. So I'm not going to endorse a tournament that doesn't pay people, especially when they're owed money, because a lot of people pay a lot of money to enter Val, and they have not been paid. So yeah, that's food for thought. We'll probably cover that on the pod. But yeah, we are still waiting. Hayden has just said Stoker's restarting his internet. Apparently he's getting constant packet bursts. Mr. Higgy! How are we, handsome? Welcome, welcome. Welcome. That was a bit weird. Yeah, I mean, they were actually mine and Pablo's first paid gig when it came to casting. Obviously, we did the the losers final and winners final, I think, or grand final. Might have been winners, losers, and grand final. But yeah, that's just bizarre. I mean, you lose a lot of integrity in your tournaments. I know they've been spamming it on the timeline constantly with the same tweet copy paste for trying to get people to sign up, but yeah, you're not going to get many sign-ups if you're not paying people. Especially when, what is it, is it £50 a team to enter? I can't remember how much it is for Val. But yeah, I don't know. Just speaking from the heart. Tabartha. You still walking home, Tabs? The marathon. Have they paid people back from when they just did, or taking entry fees or not? So apparently they have not paid the people who won the tournament. I don't know about the guys who finished second because I'm not sure how the prize pool was split. Does ACCL pay? Does ACCL pay what, DX? What, as in me and Pablo? But yeah, I don't know how they're planning on doing it, to be honest, because yeah, a lot of teams obviously paid 50 quid each, so there was a lot of teams that took part in that Val season as well, so I assume they would have managed to accumulate. But I mean, when you advertise a £3,000 prize pool, if there's not a caveat to say based on entry fees or something, I mean, even at all, they gave me the 50 quid back in credit, then deleted my account. Wow. But that is, yeah, that's something else. I mean, you lose all integrity for that. I can't endorse tournaments. I mean, people need to know this kind of stuff. They can't just pretend that it didn't happen. If that's what they're doing to people and they're screwing people over like that, then I'll be honest, I want absolutely nothing to do with that. Me and Pabs, no, we don't get paid. DX, we do it off our own backs. All the entry fees and stuff that you guys pay goes straight into prize pool. Me and Pabs do not see any of it. We just do it for the passion. That's why we appreciate any of you guys that do drop subs and all that in the streams. I try and pay Pablo and give him his money, but he refuses to accept any form of money, so he's a pain in the ass. So whenever he does stream, that's why I give him gifted subs, because it's the only way I can get him money for all the stuff that he helps me out with on my channel, because obviously we are a team. We are a two-man team, and he deserves it as much as I do. So power nap, Tabs. Power nap. Not too long, though. You'll be awake until like 4 in the morning. Right, let me see, because lobby was restarted. I'll lobby up again. Oh, no, so we're still waiting on the lobby. I'm not quite sure what the delays are, guys. I think, well, one of the guys is restarting their internet, but I think we were waiting for 3 players, so apologies for the delays. Kieran, get your boys to hurry up. What are they playing at? So yeah, we should be starting very, very shortly, guys. If you are just dropping into the stream, this is our game that we've got this evening of Fluxx Nation versus Ricochet Ultra. Docs, Afraidable, Breachy, and Chandy going to be representing the boys of Fluxx Nation in the colour red, which I've allocated for them this evening. And then Ricochet Ultra in that almighty purple, going to be Hayden, Stoker, 808, and Rico in place of Vex. Pablo refuses money, he just wants pints. Yeah, to be fair, that is a fair point, Yems. When he gets on the sesh, he doesn't slow down. And yeah, our map set for this evening, hopefully when we can get it underway. Waiting on Docs to check his game. Oh, okay. No woodies, no woodies. What is going on here? Breakfast. It's standard procedure now, though, boys and girls, isn't it? I think 7 o'clock game. You're at least expecting 7:15. That's why I show a lot of love to the teams that do get it ready on time. But it's not a big stress, especially when Pablo's not here. I can just chat to you guys. Ratley Rippance, wait, I'm not subbed. You aren't, Ratley. You aren't. If you got a spare Prime sub and you want to give it to a mediocre caster, then feel free. Nah, it's all good though. The fact that you guys drop by the stream is more than enough for me. Get the chat, pop in, say hello, and watch the games. That's what you're here for. There's no obligation. Leave my boys alone. Mr. Noons, how are we, brother? Not working. Oh, yeah, you got the 3 days off, didn't you, Tabs? Gonna be literally burritoed up for those 3 days. Oh, there you go. Dogs has re-invited me. If you join it, you will leave. Kieran wants a suey.
Cristiano Ronaldo, Suey.
I miss Pablo. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. It feels weird not casting with him. There's that bearded beauty. Still in Bolton. Outrageous. Any primers? Right, we are now just waiting on 2 players from the boys of Ricochet, guys, and then we are good to go for this one. Can't wait to kiss and smooch you, Major. I know, Noons. I know. Are you coming to Newcastle, Noons? I assume you are. Oh, Nooney wants a Major suit. There you go, mate. Do I have missed any messages? No. No, we're all good. Cute. Oh, and I might as well plug the old YouTube as well, guys. So obviously, if you guys need VODs, they're always uploaded to the YouTube channel. If you put, I think, exclamation mark. Sorry, I always say explanation mark because I joke about it all the time, and now it's become a habit. If you put exclamation mark YouTube, it will come up with the link. And then if you want to head over there, feel free to sub. You don't have to. But all the VODs and that are over there. You guys are more than welcome to take clips from them. I have no absolute issues with that. Let me know the boys. I'm ready. That was a poor C from you. Well, I don't hear any from you, Tabs, so don't at me. Don't come at me sideways. 3 days off for sleeping, working, and then back on it. Go working more next week. Got to earn the cheddar, Tabs. Got to earn the cheddar. Newcastle's going to be my stomping ground. Love that. Are you on the doors, Noons, yeah? Oh, you're playing, aren't you, Noons? I forgot about that. Or you're looking to play. Have you got a team for it? I can't wait for you to experience the big market. What do you mean? Up north, Yems? Up north? In the Toon? Mr. K wants another one. Ooh. Yeah, still waiting on one from Ricochet. We are waiting on Stoker, and then we should be good. I sent you a voice note of me doing a Sue. Ooh. Pulled this up on my new TV and didn't realise you'd get my... Stop it, Stumpy, you flirt. Outrageous. Are you going to Newcastle, Stumpy? Are you going? I need to know which ones of you are coming to Newcastle. And the thing is, there's so many of you that have like anime pictures or pictures that aren't your face, and then you go, Major, and I'm like, I don't want to sound rude, but I don't know who you are. And then as soon as you mention who you are, it's finally good to put faces to names. I have a league game tonight. We are going in with 2 maps of practice. Red, passion, just raw passion. Don't worry, it'll get you through. That's what got me to master, apart from the hard carries. In rank play. So caster to master has now been completed, and the next step is caster to challenger, so I'm going to need some royal carries into that. We have a total of 5 PPs. It's alright, News, I'll join the team. I've got 65, I think it's 65. I've got loads of them. Got pro points pouring out my ears, brother. I've got you, don't worry. In the Toon, very cheap. Yeah, that's one thing I'm very excited for, Yems, is the food and the drink. But obviously I can't drink Friday, Saturday. I can only drink on the Sunday. So we're going to have to go heavy on the Sunday. And we couldn't do it last time. But hopefully this time round there won't be any issues. It will sound a bit... Oh, all I hear is excuses, Tabs. That's all I hear. Just excuses. Coming here, slating mine. I've got a new team for Newcastle. Ooh! Any spoilers, Kieran? Any spoilers, or are you keeping it under wraps? Right, let me just check that everything's all good on my side. I think everything is good. My guy, MC Live in the flesh. You right, Brizzy? How you doing, buddy? Not sure if I'll be playing with the team. I'll certainly be there as a spectator. I need to pick my favourite caster. I got you, Stumpy. I'll kiss you on the cheek. Don't you worry. I got you, mate. I got you. Yems, did I shout out the sub? Or was I being an absolute pleb? Apologies if I didn't. Thank you very much, mate. I'll do it again just in case. Thank you very much, mate. Mr. Yummy Yummy. If we beat them, I'm laughing my butt off. Bark at them down the mic, Red. Bark at them. I had some guy yesterday who was... I don't know why he had it in for me. But he was called Ed_123. So if you come across a guy in rank play called Ed_123, you can tell him he's shit because he's awful. And he was giving me rubbish. But he dropped 19 kills in a respawn on a hard point. So, but anyway, I digress. We are now loading into map number 1, guys. We're finally underway. Thank you very much for your patience. Apologies for the 20-minute delays, but we are now here and ready to go for Fluxx Nation up against Ricochet Ultra. Send you one after my nap. Well, it better be a good one, Tabs, because you're gonna have a power up after your nap. Drop a Red Bull after a nap, and you'll be. There's no excuses then. Apologies, don't need a pick up. You kiss my chick with me. I got you, Stumpy. Don't you worry, brother. Big old smooch. So, guys, we are now underway here. And remember, this is a bracket time now between these two. And then Ricochet Ultra, a very stacked team. Fluxx Nation, exactly the same. So, I mean, I don't like to call Game 5s straight off the rip, but if I'm picking one, I would put my money on this potentially being one, to be honest. As let's say that. Ricochet clean every single person out apart from Docs right off the rip, and already a lot of gunfights going in favour of these boys. One of these players that you're going to want to keep an eye on is, of course, Hayden. Very, very consistent with his assault rifle, and already 3 in quick succession for him right off the rip. Makes it 4 onto a Freydable, and there you go. They are now starting to feed Hayden as Docs finally throws himself around the corner to make the trade. He will get on the hill eventually before he falls to the shots of Stoker. And good work there from him to grab a couple of kills. Breachy's looking for a couple of trades, and a nice couple of kills coming through there from Breachy just to try and steady the ship. As already Ricochet Ultra players are starting to rotate over towards the new hill. Docs has already got a sneaking suspicion that a couple might have slipped through, and that's exactly what's going to happen as he flies straight down the throat of Hayden. There's another one as well, onto the bonce of another, and Docs with a nice 2-piece, as we're already seeing punches in bunches right off the rip here. And only a little bit of a lead here for Ricochet after that P1. It means that the boys of Fluxx are going to have to hold a decent amount of time on P2. Not necessarily the easiest hill to hold a lot of time on. You can already see Rico, the man who is replacing Stoker in this roster, going all the way around the back. Docs again is looking for another pinch on towards these players onto platform, but that time, for the second time of asking, Hayden is there for the trade. And nice couple of kills again, this time coming through from Breachy. So 2 pieces left, right, and centre. It's all, there you go, there's a one onto his teammate, and Stoker's going to punish him as the kill feed lights up incredibly purple. Ricochet Ultra already looking to try and form a sizable chunk of time and a sizable lead off the back of these first 2 opening hills. Rico, he was alive before he did eventually drop, and it looks as though Docs is going to manage to drop Hayden out of the remaining scrap time. So with that 10 seconds, it will be the boys of Ricochet still leading, but only ever so slightly. And already gunfights going down on the rotation, back and forth between the 2 teams. You can see, though, that they have got Hayden locked out all the way in the back. He knows that a Freydable is there. They're going to get a couple of shots in. Chandy's going to go for the chow, and Hayden misses a couple of bullets. Chandy didn't. And now it's going to be the boys of Fluxx Nation straight on the P3. Hayden again looking to try and push around the back of tiles, and it looks as though that's going to be the play for call from Ricochet. They've got a couple of players over towards fire, one of which is going to be a Freydable. Hayden out the back is going to be difficult to budge, and they're discovering this in mighty fashion as he gets another couple of kills. Chandy's only going to be able to drop 1 player. There's still 30 seconds on this hill. It's not necessarily been a clinical opening start from either players as Stoker gets a team kill. So I think that's the 3rd team kill we've already seen, as Freydable trying to quickly do a 180 as Hayden gets on the scrap time. But again, Breachy's going to be looking to try and clean him out. So again, it's going to be Fluxx Nation soaking up that remaining 10 seconds or so. And this time it's going to put them in just a slight advantage as we go over towards the church side. Rico is all the way out in the back to try and sniff out any players making a bit of a pinch all the way round. He is going to try and maybe get a trade relatively quickly here onto a Freydable, who is just located around the corner, but he's not going to spot him. And Stoker doesn't make any mistakes of that one. Now Breachy with a double nade is actually going to open up the hill here for Fluxx Nation. In they go. A couple of gunfights go in their favour. It's still going to be number 1 in 808. A man who, whenever we've casted on Respawn, especially on a Tuscan hardpoint, has been very, very good. He's been very quiet so far in the opening stages. It'll be interesting to see if he can warm up a little bit as he gets some shots into a few players. There's a couple of kills for him. There is another man ready and waiting in Docs just around the corner, waiting for the chow. We know how aggressive the 808 can be. He's going to be made to pay potentially any second. Nope, never mind. The pre-fire around the corner does enough for him. And it will be the boys of Ricochet in numbers on the new hill, but they've got to go through Chandy, but good trades. Nice and efficient there. And the nade there of Rico is not going to be a clinical one. As Fluxx Nation are now going to start to swarm that hill, but number 1 in 808 now on a 5 streak, so this is exactly what we flagged him up for, and he's somehow managing to listen to us, seemingly, as he's now going to start to push his way forward again. Going to be made incredibly weak. Got to be careful, though, because the nades come out that side in quick succession, and they do exactly that. They clean him out with the nade, so no streaks going through. There's 1 for Rico. There's 2 for Rico as he just forces his way in towards the hill. Stoker, you would anticipate he's going to try and get up towards the top of fire to watch those players reinforcing them. That's exactly what he's going to do. Going to get some shots into 1 at least. Afraidable will fall. Breachy has managed to get his way in towards the hill. But Ricochet with nades and bullets alike, mopping up the pieces, and now Rico finds himself on a bit of a streak here. Stoker's going to get taken down in towards the top of fire, so it looks as though they are going to just chalk off that remaining P5 time. But saying that, Dox is going to go through to the scrap time, and he's going to take Rico off of his streaks here. So, although a lot of people might have said that's potentially not the best play, Dox takes him off of streaks. He takes them off of the scrap time. And that lead now that Ricochet have got still stands roughly at around 20 seconds. And 828 going to look to try and push his way in. Oh, and Chandy, that's a gunfight he should probably win. His teammate, though, will be there for the trade. But the one thing they're not reading is Stoker around the back. Stoker with 1, Stoker with 2. Cleans out both Afraidable and Breachy. We've seen so many 2 pieces so far. The team's not necessarily trading to their utmost of efficiency. There's been a lot of flanks and a lot of pinches coming through from these lads. And that's exactly what's going to happen once again with 808. Dox is going to get in towards the hill. Hayden, though, much better. Instant trade that time from him. Still stands at 20 seconds. Breachy's going to transition over towards that outer block. He is going to get shot by Rico, and Rico collects yet another kill. You can still see, though, that Stoker and Dox currently arguably the best performing. Hayden as well having a really good map, as he's just got 1 additional kill over the top of Stoker. With 6 seconds remaining, Dox wins a big gunfight out the back. If he can just stay alive here, he might be a bit of a nuisance. Chandy's going to help him. Oh, Hayden again, able to win 1 gunfight. He's got to try and stay alive in the back here. The trade's surely imminent here from Afraidable, and it will be. But Ricochet, they're on the hill. They've got 808 waiting around the corner for the next gunfight. He wins 1, looking for more. He's got to try and keep his head down, though. Try and wait for his health to regen. He goes for the second onto Dox. An outrageous chow from him, but he's able to win it. Once again, Chandy out the back will drop, and Ricochet now really starting to leave a dent here in this score. There's 1 for Hayden. There's 2 for Hayden. Looking for the 3rd. Oh, my God. If he won that one as well, that would have been absolutely criminal. But meanwhile, 808 is just doing such a good job of staying on the hill, letting his teammates do all the work around him. And it looks as though Fluxx Nation are going to be potentially forced to chalk it. Stoker wins a 1-on-1 on the scrap time. You can see Chandy and Breachy going to look to try and combine to at least win a rotation here. 808's going to go for the chow. He doesn't lose that gunfight, and now the race in towards the hill goes. 808 has got himself out the back. Can he stay alive? There's 1 for him. Goes for the challenge to Chandy, and the shots are clean once again from 808. Breachy's out the back, though, and he gets a double himself, so double kills absolutely everywhere. Breachy, he's going to be really difficult to budge now. Afraidable wins 2 gunfights. Fluxx Nation, they need a really good hold here on this hill to bring themselves back into the game. Are they going to make the read that Stoker is down in tiles? Nobody's dropped, so they can't do it off of the spawns. Oh, but the stun check from Breachy comes at the perfect time. It comes at the absolute godsend of timings. And Afraidable now working his way onto streaks. Commentator's curse, though. He will fall. They do at least take the man out of the hill here, Ricochet. But they have still got that man locked out the back. Breachy hasn't moved for what feels like an absolute eternity. And they're already pushing through to the new rotation. Stoker will be here, though. Grabs 1 gunfight win. Can't win the second, though, but the trade coming through once again from Hayden, who's now really started to pick up a lot of steam. 31 and 21 now for the Welshman, as he slowly edges his way closer to that 40 bomb. The Church Hill is going to be the messy one once again, though, but Hayden at the moment, he is really commanding these lanes before he does subsequently get shot in the back. The hip fire isn't going to be enough in the end. And now this is getting dangerous now for Fluxx. Big kill, though, from Dox. Needs another one, though. And who's going to be here in the corner? It's going to be Hayden once again. Dox flies around for the chow. Hayden can't win that one, so they do get their way in towards the hill. Ricochet Ultra just going to have to try and wait a little bit longer before they try and make a team push potentially here. Or will they try and push it? Afraidable straight off the top rope. Rob Van Dam style. There's one for him. Rico with a big double kill. Looking for the third as well, and he fries all three of those Fluxx Nation players. Chandy, though, is still going to be the last man standing, and this is really big time. You can see that 808 is still pushing the scrap time, and Ricochet, they are going to sacrifice the rotation. And Breachy with a big couple of kills. Rico, though, can he be the thorn in the side of them once again? Hayden with one, Rico with one, Chandy with a really big nade though, and the shots actually take down 808, and I believe Rico might have tried to pick up the nade to throw it back, and instead it's going to just drop him instead. It was either that or the lampshade on the table, I think, also causes that death on the kill feed that you see with just the skull. But 808 punches his way through. Rico with a really clean nade to take Breachy out. We know how difficult this hill can be. 808 with an outrageous chow, being incredibly one-shot. You do fear that these players are just going to drop right onto the head of Stoker as he manages to grab one kill. Dox has been spotted, so too is Chandy. Stoker with two. This is getting messy now, and Fluxx Nation, they can't afford to make a complete mess of this one. It needs to be clean, and it needs to be quick. Chandy, in he goes. How many can he grab? Rico punishes him. Somehow absolutely fries him, even though it looked as though he didn't even miss a shot on that one. But we talk about this rotation to P1 all the time, and this one has to go in favour here of Fluxx. But 808 is here to put the sword right in the final corpse, potentially, of Fluxx Nation. There's another one for him as he cleans out three players on the new rotation. And now Fluxx Nation are going to be scrambling desperately to get over towards the hill. How many gunfights can they win? 808 now 5 in a row. They're mopping them up left, right, and centre. When with 10 seconds left, surely Chandy's going to have to at least make some form of play here. Does take 808 off of streaks and gets the kill, but he needs help and he needs it quickly. Hayden with one potentially. His teammates drop one. Hayden drops another. There's a Breachy on the heady, and it looks as though that is going to be the map done and dusted. It is. Ricochet Ultra. Not the prettiest of map wins, but a sizable score difference in the end. 250 to 164. And they now lead the series 1-0. You see Rico there. Hayden, though, 38 and 26. It's just what he does at this stage. I think I'm so used to seeing Hayden absolutely fry on stream. It's very rarely that you see him have a rough map. And his boys once again take a respawn. So I'll just quickly update. 250 to 164. So Ricochet. Oh, and he's back from Toronto. The man who was called a sloth on the timeline. Thank you very much, Ollie. How are you, mate? 12 months, new badge. What a man. Handsome man. Hope you're well, Ollie. Hope you enjoyed Toronto. I hope you didn't get too faded. Let me just make sure everyone is correct. And G-Tex with the follow. Thank you very much, mate. Hayden was frying. Yeah, it's just how Hayden works at this stage, I think, to be honest. Hayden in respawn is just something else. He could definitely get himself up into the Super League. To be fair, this is a very stacked Ricochet Ultra roster for Div 2. I will not lie. And they're just waiting on one player. They might be having a bit of a map restart. Where did you get your casting music? So this is the royalty-free one. Oh, what, you mean the end of map one, or do you mean the background music, Red? I am indeed a sloth. A very handsome sloth, Ollie. A very handsome sloth. Yeah, do you mean the background music, Red, or do you mean the end of map one? Because the end of map one is the World War II CDL end of map one. The AMS or Aqua suggested using, and I've just used it ever since now. But the background music is the 100 Thieves playlist. You can get them online. They're royalty free. You don't get copyright strike for them. Oh, okay, so Dox is just restarting his console. Everything trying to get into casting. Oh, okay. One thing I would suggest though, Red, is when you start casting, don't look at mine and Pabs and be like, this is how I have to do it. Obviously, me and Pablo do it our certain way. There's certain things that obviously you can bring in that is kind of like the generic thing to casting and production, but don't try and do everything that everyone does, because you end up kind of losing that, I suppose, your own touch on it. Everyone's got their own thing. Obviously, Pablo with his stream with the struggle bus, that's what everyone loved Pablo for. So it's everyone's got kind of their own variation on how they want to do it. Don't just look at mine and Pabs and go, this is how it has to be done, because it isn't. There's loads of different variations in ways you can do it. Jacko has various things that he does on his stream. And Tabby wants the Suey.
Ronaldo, Suey.
I'll be back soon. You're scrimming. Ooh! Any roster reveals, Oliver? Any roster reveals? And more importantly, why the hell did I not get invited to that roster? What the... Outrageous. Wild hard carry. Can you cast? Anyone can cast, Breacher. Anyone can cast. Get a stream up. Get in Cogcaster. Chat over the top. And there you go. Caster. Yeah, if there are any stream assets that you guys want help with, I have started helping out people with various stuff. So obviously my pre-map intros, obviously I've made them, put them together. If you want them, you can buy them off me. That's no worries. 30 quid for all the maps, and then you are pretty much good to go if you do want to play the map intro videos. I think I'm the best caster going. I casted one game on IW without, and the team wasn't happy with me because I kept taking the piss. Have you seen the biggest roster mania of all time happening at the moment? I haven't, Prezi. What's been going on? I've just been seeing all the backlash on Val. Right, let me just let the boys know I'm ready. So yeah, guys, map number 2 is going to be starting very, very shortly. If you guys did miss map number 1, Team Ricochet, or Ricochet Ultra as they're known, with this sister team, taking it 250 to 164, and a standout performance there from Mr. Hayden, who put up some very, very big numbers. But we are now staying on Tuscan for the search and destroy. Yeah, as mentioned, if you guys do want to buy these map intros, you are more than welcome to. So we are now loading into Tuscan Search and Destroy. So Team Ricochet looking to try and put themselves 2-0 up here with the help of a Search and Destroy. I think the last series that we cast with Ricochet, they did win it 3-0 against 22 Esports. Yeah, so obviously a well-established respawn team, but also a very good search team. And we'll see here if Fluxx can tie it up, because they are now trailing. So in we go here. Ricochet Ultra are going to be on the attack for this opening round, and this is a very, very quick mid-hit from the boys of Fluxx. You can see that Rico's desperately going to try and keep his head down while players underneath him over towards Well. I'm going to potentially try and push him out. Chandy's going to lob an absolute Kobe nade, though. On towards Stoker, in towards Fire. So now 3 lives apiece. Dox does spot Hayden. Does Hayden spot him back? He doesn't. You would anticipate this is a kill for Dox. Yep, so a big pick there from Dox to make it now a 2 versus 3 in favour of Fluxx Nation. Oh, man. Jeez, that is Rostermania. Holy. So, when are they going to try and push through here? You can see Rico just the other side of this doorway. He is going to take down Afraidable, and he's actually going to dip round the back. They've got to be careful of Dox, though, because he's making a play, but 808 just doesn't move, makes the reads, and now Chandy finds himself last man up. So the duo of Rico and 808 making it work now. They've only got 20 seconds left, though, to try and plant the bomb, and this might be god timing. This might be perfect timing. Rico dead to rights. Does he know the other man's above him? Oh, does he get the second? No, 808's going to be there for the trade. I thought for a second he might get both. But an opening round on the board for Ricochet after being that man down. So a good bit of regain there from the duo. Now they see themselves 1-0 up here in the Search and Destroy on the offensive round as well. They take that round, and 808 already managing to put himself onto a couple of kills. Likewise, is going to be Chandy. And now Fluxx Nation. Let's see what they decide to do for their first attacking round. Bomb in the hands of the man in question, Chandy. Oh, he spots Stoker straight in towards the top here. And 808 is going to just run straight down the throat of the mid. He's got to be careful. He does manage to take Breachy down, who was tagged up. He's going to run straight into Dox. And oh my god, how's he won the second one as well? He's going to manage to retreat out looking for the third. There is going to be another man above him, but his teammate Hayden manages to take Afraidable down. And all of a sudden, Chandy sees himself all alone. Does take Hayden out of the picture. So now a 1 versus 2. Might be looking straight down the barrel, though. Chandy gets another 1 versus 1 now. Up against the man in question, 808. 808, though, another kill for him. Manages to get that round over the line for Ricochet once again. Oh, and he knows what's coming. Mr. Jords. Thank you very much, mate, for the resub. 13 months. Holy. Suey. Thank you very much, mate. How are you, mate? I hope you're well. Always appreciate your beautiful subbies. Imagine being that handsome and that generous at the same time. Holy moly. So, Fluxx Nation see themselves 2 rounds down. One thing that they will be happy about, though, is the fact that they do manage to get first blood. Breachy. They're going to force him just to reposition. And you can see there is a lot of gunfights ready and waiting. Stoker's going to pick Afraidable off. Oh, Rico. Is he going to get some good timing? Oh, it might be awful timing, actually. Because 2 players have managed to slip their way straight through. 808, all the way out in the back, has been spotted. Dox gets the kill. Okay, gets 1 as well. And all of a sudden now, look at Stoker. He's the last man up. Chandy gets the kill. And Fluxx finally put their name on the board in this search and destroy. 2-1 now. Ricochet lead. So that 2-round cushion now reduced down to 1. I'm good, mate. How are you? Oh, I'm all good, George. I'm very good, mate. You know the vibes. You know the vibes. Have you been trying to post a link, Kieran? Yeah, he is a very explosive player, is 808. When he goes off, he's very difficult to stop. He has had a few quiet maps, though, that we've seen from him. He can blow a little bit hot and cold, but when he's on it, yeah, he's a bit of a game changer. So 808. Dox is going to be around the corner. He's going to stun check it, and Dox with another important pick for him and his boys. Meanwhile, over towards that P1 side, Breachy's going to get clonked in the face with an A. There's gunfights going absolutely everywhere at the moment. Stoker is going to manage to win a 1-on-1 up against Dox. So Fluxx after being 2 men to the green. Oh no, that's an awful bit of time in there for Rico. The shots as he tries to retreat out are just going to catch him straight in the back, and now Stoker finds himself last man up. Needs to do the 1 versus 3 now. He's still got to go through Breachy and Afraidable. Oh, is he going to make the reads onto the man on the bomb? He might, if he's quick enough here. Get Breachy off of it. Oh, he's just going to stick this. Tell you what, I don't think they're going to read this. I think he's got this. Oh, the shots. Are they good enough? Yes. Okay. Oh, I looked at the spiral going round. Got a little bit squeaky bum time there, but Fluxx Nation, courtesy of Breachy, just opting to check the bomb. Stoker very, very close to getting that one done, though. And we now see it tied back up again. So Fluxx Nation, some good rounds and some big contributing kills here from Breachy. These are all tied up. It's going to be the boys of Ricochet back on the attack. Rico. That's bomb. He's got, again, another big team spread here. There's a lot of players from Fluxx Nation just opt to try and push their way straight up towards the middle of the map. And Afraidable gets the picking towards the top fire. So he's now got an opportunity to maybe command a bit more of the map. Dox has got to be careful in P5, though, because Rico is literally waiting for him. Hayden's going to get a pick onto Breachy over towards the other side. And Fluxx Nation, although they are getting first bloods, they are just overextending ever so slightly and opting to give Ricochet an opportunity to grab a pick. So 3 versus 3. Ricochet, so patient. Chandy's going to be spotted and unfortunately laying prone. Pretty much dead to rights, but now can Dox make the play? He gets good timing. No, he doesn't. Rico picks the kill onto him. And now Afraidable is all alone. Oh, the stun check. That's going to be criminal. Yeah, that's really unfortunate there for him. Good smart move, though, to stun check those corners. And Ricochet take the lead once again, 3-2. And everyone at the moment just keeps going on 3 streaks. Hayden now finds himself on a 3 after, I believe, 808 was... I think he was on a 5, or he was 5-1 at one point. Breachy then went on a 3 in that last round. Hayden now sees himself on a 3 streak. And speaking of 3s, he's going to pretty much see 3 at least, as he gets 1 kill before he does eventually fall. Now we're going to try and retrieve the bomb here. Nade straight over the top here from Stoker. Is it going to collide? No, it's not. 808 is in mid-map. The stun, though, is going to just catch him out a little bit. So a bit of information coming through for the boys. But I'll tell you what, there's more information that they needed as 808 just peppers Afraidable over the top of the bomb. And Breachy and Chandy now see themselves slightly outnumbered. Chandy will get another pick, though. So now 2 versus 2. Stoker going to peek the corner. Is he going to over-peek it? Oh, just about. Manages to slip away. 808 just playing it patiently. You would anticipate that Fluxx are going to peek this part. Or are they going to try and wrap the bomb all the way round? Breachy and Chandy. Looks as though they're going all the way round the back of church here. Ricochet, I don't think they're going to read this. Stoker is lurking in towards top green and radio. So you would anticipate potentially that he might check B bomb. They are running out of time a little bit here. Chandy's going to go up top. He spots 0808. He gets the pick. He knows the second one's in there as well. And there's another couple of kills that come through courtesy of Chandy, and Fluxx Nation tie it back up once again. A big 2-piece there. And that now puts him on to 10 and 4. Big plays from Chandy in an important round to tie it back up. So they're trading blows back and forth at the moment, these two. And Chandy now taken the baton off of Hayden as he now sees himself on a streak. And I think that was an ace, if I am correct, from Chandy. And I'm sure chat will correct me if it wasn't the case, but if it was, fair plays. Oh, Hayden. The stun, though, is just going to give away his position. There's one, though, for 808. Potentially going to have a reach out here from Breachy. He does have help in the form of his teammate in Stoker around the corner, so if Breachy decides to try and push this... Hey, what? If that lands... Oh, it does. Stoker is going to get tagged up by that nade. And Breachy gets yet another pick. And now 6 in a row between Chandy and Breachy. Oh, he's going to finally fall, though. And now 2 versus 2, 808 and Stoker. They don't have the bomb. It has been dropped over towards that slate side. And Dox is now going to see himself as the last man alive. He's got to go pretty big here if he is going to try and keep his Hopes team and maybe push them into the lead. There's 2 players just above him, though. As he tries to wrap round the back. Meanwhile, the bomb in the hands of Stoker is going to head over towards his B site. If Dox is quick enough, though, he might be able to get some good timing here. They have hesitated just a little bit to plant the bomb. I don't think he's going to get any good timing now, though. So, bomb goes down. Can Dox get this first pick? They're not necessarily playing too close to each other at the moment. Ricochet Ultra. You can see that 808 is all the way out in the back. Stoker just laying prone. I think he heard the slide. I'm sure he heard the slide. Is he going to check this corner? Dox, nope. Just run straight in towards the bullets. And Ricochet retake the lead. So it feels as though every single time that Ricochet pushed this lead out, the boys of Fluxx Nation just pull it straight back out from under them. And Stoker there just playing the corner. The split approach does pay dividends for Ricochet. And it now sees them 4-3 up. So at the moment, this one is anyone's game. No, Breachy. Oh, Stoker. That's what happens if you don't miss, if you don't hit your shots. Apologies. The auto just absolutely cleans him out. Chandy with another pick now to put him onto 11. Afraidable's just hitting this pinch, and this is a perfect S&D round here so far from Fluxx. They have not dropped a single life, and Rico's going to find Afraidable. There's one pick for him. He's got to be careful not to potentially run into some more, though. The bomb is going down over towards the A site. He's still got to try and work his way through Breachy, Chandy, and Dox. And with that bomb down, his mission has now been made just that little bit harder. Have they spotted him in towards the top of fire? Breachy's waiting for him. Can he win the gunfight, Rico? No, he can't. There's another round for Fluxx, and there you go. We're back tied again. 4 rounds apiece. Nothing separating these two guys at the moment. Every single time the attacking team just feels as though they're going to take the round, they do. And we're back to evens, back to square one again. Then remember, guys, if you do or don't know, this is winners round 2 here in Division 2 Groups A and B playoffs. So loser doesn't get knocked out of it, but they do fall down to that loser's bracket. 808 with the first pick. He's now starting to catch up here for Chandy for most of the limbs. He's now only trailing by 1. Bomb is going down really quickly there, and that was a really bold move there from Rico. Stoker, though, in mid. They're looking for trades. They do manage to take out Stoker. Hayden's looking to try and make a couple of trades himself. He does manage to get one, so now 1 versus 1. 808 versus Breachy. Breachy hasn't picked up Bomb. Oh, 808 spots him, though, and Mr. Reliable once again comes through for the boys of Ricochet Ultra. He's having a hell of a map here. I believe that's now 11 and 4, potentially. Yep, so he now matches what Chandy was on previously. And Ricochet now 1 round away from going 2-0 up here in the series. So an important round now on the cards here for Fluxx Nation. They've got to try and regain. Chandy's doing his utmost to drag Docs, especially and Afraidable, through the mud here. But they're back on the attacking side, the side that they have had a lot of success on. And Hayden, oh, is he going to spot him? Oh man, Breachy dips away at just about. But this aggressive play here from 808 is the thing that we've seen him do time after time. As soon as they call out that he's weak, 808 just flies through. And he normally, 99% of the time, gets the kill. Rico's going to tag up Chandy and take him down. It's all falling apart here for the boys of Fluxx Nation. Now it's all on Docs. Takes Hayden down out the back. He will pick up his auto. He's going to get tagged up, though. He's so weak. He's going to have to try and slip away. He does manage to do it. 808 not going to go for the chase just yet. And he might have just baited them out here. The Docs. Rico's going to reposition. He picks up Bomb. There's another one. 1 versus 1 now. Docs. Has he managed to work this? Has he managed to come through? Oh, spots 808 up top. Tags him up. His Docs just going to try and push it. 808. Just going to dip out. He's going to try and reposition. Round and round they go. Docs is going to use it, though, as a green light to get this bomb down. If he tries to stick it, he might get some good timing here. 808 is going to have absolutely no idea of this one. So Docs now. Bomb down. Where does he decide to try and play this from? 1 versus 3 is doable. Just going to try and play it from inside you. Oh, man, they might bump heads inside Church again. Docs might get some good timing. Is the 1v3 going to be doable? Surely he spots him down low. He spots 808. Does 808 spot him back? And Docs with a huge moment for Fluxx Nation. Buy him a pint, boys. He's kept you in this one. 5-all now. The 1 versus 3 from Docs has now been completed. And we go into round 11. What a play there from Docs to keep his team alive. Didn't expect it from him and his team after the way that one was looking. And it is going to be the ace as well, just to put the cherry on the cake. So if Fluxx Nation take this map, they will be kicking themselves. And if you're Ricochet, you can't let that one happen. So, Docs and Afraidable, they're going to be busy. Here comes the army. Oh my god. They are absolutely everywhere. There's one for Docs. He can't get more, though. It's now a 3 versus 2. Chandy's still got the cross. Tags up Hayden. He needs help, though. Rico, can he get the pick? No, Breachy evens it up. So now 2 versus 2. Chandy grabs one as well. And now all of a sudden, it's all on Hayden. It's falling apart here now for the boys of Ricochet Ultra. Hayden's got to go big. Breachy's pre-aiming. Oh, how has he won that? Hayden just absolutely cleans him out. And now it's a 1 versus 1 in the round 11. Hayden versus Chandy. Chandy's had such a good map. Can his good fortunes continue? Did he spot him there? They spotted each other, and Hayden, oh my god, just does what Hayden does. He just wins the important gunfight. And it sees Ricochet over the line just about when it was getting worrying for them. Mr. Wales, with the crisp shots, manages the 1 versus 2. And Ricochet now lead the series 2-0. Even through the efforts there from Docs and the boys alike, Chandy especially, really big map from him. Ricochet see it over the line. And let me just put score in 6-5. That's a bit of a rough one there, if you're a Fluxx Nation fan. That is a really rough one to take. They came so close to taking that one. When Docs won that round 10, I thought that one was done. I thought that one was done. I thought they had it in the bag, but Hayden had absolutely none of it. So, into map 3 we will go. And Ricochet right on the edge of a potential 3-0 here. And I believe the last time I casted these guys against 22, yeah, they did play Tuscan. And they've won it 3-0. They absolutely battered 22 Esports on this map, if I remember. And now Fluxx Nation need the reverse sweep. It's doable. We've seen flashes from Fluxx just to be able to see things out, but they just can't seem to get the map point. So close in that one. So we're just waiting on the guys to pick their respective teams, and then we can get jumping. I'll just quickly double check to see if they're keeping host. Yeah, Prezi, they've given us a lot of variety in this one. Yeah, the guys are just going to switch host in for map number 3. There's domestics. Oh no. Oh no, we're keeping host. Apologies, I've been an absolute burger. It is Ricochet. No, we're keeping host. And now Fluxx, they need to take this map, otherwise this series is over and they will progress. I'll say progress, they will drop down into the losers bracket. If you guys haven't seen the bracket, this is what it's looking like here in Season 4 of Division 2 in the AB playoffs. And that's Groups A and B, I do believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Prezi, because I might have got it terribly wrong. But Tuscan Search and Destroy is done, and Tuscan Control is now awaiting us. And that is not the right bracket. 1 second. Let me try and get it for you. Edit bracket. Bosh. There you go. That's the correct bracket there, guys. If you are interested in looking at it, it is on your screen as well. But yeah, that's the game we're currently casting. The one highlighted in blue, Ricochet Ultra versus Fluxx Nation. And whoever loses this one will fall down to place either Erase Whites or Oisin and Co. How do you get VIP? Oof. I don't know, Kieran. I think it would have to be a 12-month thing minimum. Because the I think how many I think I've only given 2 VIPs out, I think. I can't remember. I'm correct. Oh, okay, sweet. Yeah, it always helps if I know if I'm correct on the format and not just lying to everyone. Can't wait for night. Oh, for God's sake, Kieran. That's why you don't get VIP, because you watch that bollocks. God. Apparently Michael Owen's daughter's on it. God help him with that. He's going to get bantered. And Rismore with the follow. Thank you very much, mate. Much appreciated. Doesn't look like the Rays will be playing their game at the moment. Oh, really? People pulling sickies, are they, George? So Tuscan Control is the scene now. And it's going to be Fluxx Nation that require the reverse sweep. Oh, and another Welshman after the World Cup victors. They're coming through thick and fast. Mr. Jakob. Thank you very much, buddy.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Suey.
How are you, Jacob? Did you neck many a Guinness after the victory? I hope you did. I'd be very disappointed if you didn't. So, into map 3 we go. It's going to be Fluxx Nation on the attacking side first. Ricochet going to have to try and stifle this push from the lads in red. Breachy is on the point, but they are going to manage to mop him up almost instantly. One tick has already been completed. And this man here on your screen going to be the man to potentially keep an eye on for all that aggressive SMG play. Docs, though, similarly, just as aggressive on the side of Fluxx. So, we'll see what these SMGs can manage to bring to this map. They can be pivotal on Tuscan, just to try and open up lanes and make the plays. Stoker going to clean one off the point before the trades go back and forth. 808 is just going to find himself locked into a couple of players. 14 whole months now, Jacob. It's really been 14. Jeez. Makes me feel even older. I appreciate it though, buddy. Thank you very much. Top gifter as well still. 59. Holding the title. Holding down the fort. So, Ricochet, they clear everyone out off of that B point. It looks as though A is going to be, again, the one that causes Fluxx Nation just to try and reconsider here, because they are only one tick away and they need it for the additional minute of time. Now, number one in mid, Chandy. How many can he grab? It's only going to be one. Breachy will still be nearby. 808 has still progressed up, and oh, those are some confident shots. He'll be lucky to win that one. No, Breachy there, just with the auto. Pretty much the man that you're going to bank your money on winning that one. And A point is done. Hayden, no, this is an opportunity maybe to stack. No, maybe not. As soon as I say that, everyone on the side of Fluxx Nation is going to drop. It looks as though number 5 in 808 is going to be quite heavily pushed up towards this P5 side. There's going to be a lot of players flying at him, though. And Rico's going to be here to help, so he will manage to take down one. There's still going to be a couple more into the blender, potentially. Rico gets 5 in a row before he does subsequently fall, so maybe a little bit overzealous there. Did have an opportunity to maybe play for a bit of a glide. Nice shots, though, from Docs. Just cleans off the head of Rico. Hayden grabs one kill. Number 3 in Docs is alone in mid-map. Don't know if he saw Stoker just above him. He will do now. Peekaboo. Down he goes. Just going to try and reposition, but there's going to be a lot of players looking to try and hunt him down, and that's exactly what they do. So now, only 4 lives remaining here for Fluxx. They got to try and make this work here as a team, as a core. They can't drop any more, and you feel now with one man dropping an 808, it's just dropping bodies once again. Rico's going to clear out one. Docs is the last man alive. He gets traded out, and Ricochet, first round on the board for them. It is on that defensive side, though. But it's not necessarily the end of the world for Fluxx Nation. But first round on the board for the purple wall. And 808 already having a strong start to the respawn. Stoker having a bit of a quiet one currently at 2 and 7, but 808 gets going on this map. Jinxed him absolutely horrendously. He's going to hate me for that one. But already an opportunity here for Fluxx Nation to really start pushing out some of these lanes. This is what Ricochet do so well. And there's one for Docs. There's 2 for Docs. The trade comes through from 808. But Afraidable has now managed to push himself right into the spawn. So look at those spawns coming through. They are pretty much absolutely all over the place for Ricochet at the moment. Oh, and these boys are literally so close they could kiss. There you go, Afraidable with a pick onto Hayden. They are going to start spawning over towards that side, and they are going to start throwing a few more bodies at it. Hayden, though, is he going to check fire? Or the stun check gets the info. Hayden goes back for the chow, and Hayden, ever present, wins another gunfight. Breachy with a double. Means that Ricochet now have a bit of an opening here. Afraidable, that is not the gun of choice when you're trying to push down that lane. Unfortunately, there for him, he doesn't hit it quick enough. And 808 going to look to try and carve through 1, carve through 2, and both Chandy and Breachy fall to the shots of the man that is currently standing tall at 14 and 8. Going for the Chelsea spot. Isn't going to grab it. He will subsequently die in the end. And Rico just being a bit of a nuisance here at the moment. They are dropping quite a lot of lives, though, at the moment. He should be dead to rights eventually. Yep, Chandy. He's going to be clearing up the remains of those players. There's one for Chandy, looking for the second. Nice work there from Chandy. He had a really good search and destroy. We'll see if he can carry it into the respawn. He's doing well at the moment. Oh, Hayden, though, going to grab that pick before Docs grabs one for his team as well. And now on a 5 streak is Docs, as he's going to start pushing up these lanes. Is he going to catch Stoker out here? So aggressive is Docs, and potentially on that occasion, maybe just a little bit too much. Afraidable, Chandy, combined for 2. They are running out of lives here, and now all of a sudden Stoker in his spawn. One-man army, question mark. Nope, never mind. That one-man army got absolutely battered over towards Fieldside, and Fluxx Nation tie it up. So a very strong defensive round there from Fluxx. One thing, though, they will have to be careful of is ticks. And I believe currently as it stands, the boys of Fluxx did get more ticks. Or am I faded? I might be faded, but I think Fluxx are currently leading in ticks. So round number 3 commences. Fluxx Nation. Opening start is a very strong one. Docs opens up the door to potentially find one man on the other side of it, and that is going to be Hayden. Out the back he goes. Can Docs catch a couple of more players? Nope. Unfortunately, doesn't check the right corner. You can see Afraidable. There's going to be so many players just waiting around the corner. If this comes through, there's one for him. Another man over towards the pillar, and there's another for Afraidable. Good work over towards this point. Is the trade going to come through from Rico? Whoa. Oh, for a second. Oh, man. Oh, he's still got the gunfight win. Rico with the mantle. The hipfire just blesses him. And a progression. Docs is going to see this land in his back pocket. Good luck with that one, buddy. Fortunately, not really much he can do with that one. Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Chandy going to be watching over this left side of the map. Rico's going to push up before he eventually does fall. Docs with another engagement, though. 31 engagements. There's quite considerable engagements across the board at the moment for the boys of Fluxx Nation. And on the flip side, you've got Rico, who's on, what, 37? And Stoker, who's only on 22. So he's having a slow control at the moment, is Stoker. You fear if him and Hayden can't get a bit more momentum going in this one, it might be a really difficult map for them to take. Docs is going to look for a trade onto Stoker. And he gets a second as well. Docs, nice shots there to take Rico down. Auto or SMG, doesn't matter. I do feel that he's going to die surely, yeah, and it will be Stoker that grabs the pick onto him. So they've still got to clear out that one man in Breachy over towards Church, but that is a very red kill feed. So opportunity now for Fluxx Nation to push onto the point. Afraidable gets spotted. Are they going to try and clear Hayden out here? He's going to be really difficult to budge, but Chandy actually gets a team kill with a stun, so that's going to just stagger the push ever so slightly. Breachy, is he going to check down towards this side? Stoker put so many bullets into him, it felt as though. And Hayden with the nade and the gun shots combining. Able to grab another kill. And they do clear out that last remaining set of players. So 8 versus 9 here. They've got to be careful of picks. Big kill from Rico. Breachy, though. Again, ever present to make that instant trade. And Smiley with the follow. Thank you very much, buddy. So they've probably got one last good go at this. Have Fluxx. And, well, there you go. This go at it, I think, has completely kind of fallen apart here. There's one for Afraidable. He's going to have to try and play his life well, though, because there's going to be a few players ready and waiting for him. Can't get some good timing. They just jump straight into the bullets of Hayden. So no respawns remaining. Chandy picks off Hayden. But they need to play the picks well, and that's exactly what they do. So 3 versus 4. This is doable. They've got a decent amount of time here to try and make the play, and it looks as though Rico might have to go big in the back here. Rico, oh, shots in. The man escapes. It's now 3 versus 2. Where's that next gunfight? It's going to fall onto Stoker and Docs. One man having an incredibly good map. One man really, really struggling. Who's going to come on top? It's going to be Stoker. So now it's going to be a 1 versus 2 here for Afraidable. They're pinching him from both sides. You surely feel that he is dead to rights here. He's going to try and push out a lane. He can't do it. And Ricochet Ultra hold on the defensive side once more. They take the lead again, 2-1. And now it's going to be potentially up to them to break the serve, take the map, and potentially take the series here if they can win this attacking round. So Fluxx now can't drop any more. They need to hold strong on this defensive side. They are still consistently performing across the board. Chandy once again leading the line just in terms of kills and deaths. And that is not the start that you want to see. That middle map presence has gone for the time being. And with 808 out the back here, this is not where they want him. You want to try and be keeping tabs on this man, and they're not going to manage to do it as he's going to cut through a couple of players. The A progression coming through quite quickly in the early stages. Dox, though, still doing what he can. His 25th kill of the control so far. 26 onto Rico, looking for 27 onto Hayden. He's not going to manage to push his way through to that one. But now 808 going on a bit of a streak here. He can be a player that finds punches in bunches. Unafraidable. Whoa, just trying to dodge and weave a couple of shots there, but unfortunately isn't Neo from the Matrix, and they clap him straight in the face. He drops. The Fluxx Nation, they have managed to let Stoker just slip through the back here, while all the gunfights are going to be going over towards the other side of the map. Rico doesn't anticipate that Breach is going to be in this corner, so there's a pick for him. Hayden's going to try and just reposition a little bit here, and nice shots there from Breachy. A big double kill. Stoker's going to try and make the play, but after all the patience of playing in the back, it is not going to pay off here for Ricochet Ultra. They are going to try and potentially push down towards the B site once again. Afraidable's going to be the lone man here, and now those purple arrows, are they going to fly? Are they going to stack the point? This is a big kill here. Chandy needs to try and stay alive. Oh, he runs out of bullets at the worst of time. It's going to get messy on the point, though. 3 players on. Can the ticks come through? That's a big pick, though, from Afraidable. Rico's going to go around the back to make the pinch. There's one pick for him. The progression still comes through. Hayden in the corner will win another gunfight as well. Still staying alive. First ticks through. And it might be an important one as well for Ricochet Ultra to maybe get themselves on that defensive side. Rico is going to get his wig cleaned out, but that A point's now done. They've now got 4 ticks and counting. It's 13 lives, plays 13. They've got a decent chunk of time. And as you come to expect, Dox with another engagement. It's 57 of the map so far. Currently leading the charge in terms of gunfights. On Stoker with some good timing with the nade. He's going to catch Dox out here. He's going to have a gunfight up against his equivalent aggressive counterpart in 808. And it's actually going to be the nade of Stoker that takes out his own teammate. So now, when do Ricochet try and push this? They now have an opportunity to do it. Oh, and this is an important gunfight win potentially for Afraidable. He's got to try and stay alive. Big wins there from Afraidable, but 808 gets one on the point. They're just delaying the time, and they're running out of lives here. It's all falling apart here for Fluxx Nation. They've got to try and get on. They do just that. And they now have 3 lives to work with. No more respawns. This next push and gunfight sets of wins has to go in their favour. Excuse me. Chandy observing all of the nades going over the top. He's got a big part to play here. There's one onto Rico. Dox has got to play this patiently. He's got to play this patiently. He can't throw his life away. He will get one, and he will manage to just about get away. So now 3 versus 3. Fluxx Nation, can they keep their head above the water here? Oh, Dox is working magic over towards this side of B. There's another win for him. Rico surely going to get spotted. Yep. You would anticipate he's dead to rights now, and now it's all on Hayden, a position where Ricochet were looking so good. They now find themselves, but Hayden with 1. Oh, okay. I saw the double kill, but he's not going to get the 3rd, and we now go to round 5, but Fluxx Nation cutting it a bit fine now. And it will be Fluxx Nation on the defensive side. And yeah, Ricochet Ultra, they weren't able to get the 2 ticks on beat. And now they're going to have to try and break the pattern of play that we've seen so far, which has been all defensive side wins. And here goes Mr. Aggressive. Off to the races. He's not a Labrador of Call of Duty. He just sees a ball when he's off. Whoom, goes 808 straight through the middle of the map. He's going to spot Dox as well. There's another pick for him. A progression coming through very quickly here. And 808 with the help coming through there from Rico. Manages to win another one. So now 4 lives to the good right off the rip here. 808 might be able to get a couple of wins here as well. Dox is going to wide peek this. He falls. 808 looking for more. Hunting through to church. In towards Arches. There's another. Oh, no. Chandy stops him where he stands. And Breachy manages to just about sneak himself around to the A point, so it hasn't been completed. And they are starting to get progression over towards the B point. Dox is actually going to... I don't think he realised that maybe Hayden was on that point. Hayden does just hop off of it temporarily. But oh my goodness, it is very purple in the kill feed. Dox has got a lot of work to do here up towards radio. He's got to try and play his life here, because he's the man that they're going to be paranoid about from getting the picks. There's another one for Dox. He does get dropped eventually. But now, Afraidable opportunity. Oh, Hayden wins another gunfight. So now the opportunity to stack is now here. Chandy, big kill. Takes down one. 808 isn't going to merge, though, on that heady. Dox looking to mop up the pieces. Dox with one. Dox with two. Hayden will finally fall. There's Dox. Goes back into respawn. But Fluxx Nation... they have been absolutely battered in terms of lives at the moment. There isn't a huge amount of time on the clock, but saying that, Ricochet finally, just by causing an absolute madness on the point, they have now allowed themselves an additional minute, and they've got 1 minute 30 here to try and work some magic. That's a big kill, though, from Dox. And Chandy's got some big engagements out the back here. Breachy will be near him. 808, though, looking for trades. He's only going to find one kill. 6 life deficit now for Fluxx Nation to try and recover here. And look at number 4 in Afraidable. You do anticipate he should have a free pick here. Patience. Just waiting to see if there's any more help. There it is. Finally gets the kill. There isn't going to be another man that chases after him. Hayden, though, however, is going to go hunting. Hayden wins the gunfight. 8 plays 15. 55 seconds left on the clock here. Breachy trying to get on that high ground, trying to make the play to watch over the top of those players. Hayden over towards Platt. He's dead to rights. Rico. Oh, he's going to actually leather his teammate in the back there. Dox is going to be forced to back up just temporarily. And meanwhile, Afraidable just roaming around middle map here. He's going to be a really big pain. Ricochet, though, are going to finally sniff him out and take him down. So now, how many pushes have Ricochet got at this? They've got the life advantage, but they've got to be optimal with this push. Hayden going to stop the clock. Shots are going through. Chandy takes down one. So now Ricochet down to 3 on this offensive push. In towards top they go. Rico wins one. It's getting messy on the point. Gunfights go in favour of both teams now. The Stoker sees himself last man alive. He can't get through to the point, and now it might be the timer here as Chandy sees himself on a 5-streak. Breach is going to get tagged up so much. But now can Hayden make the play? The shots are going through, but he's just going to get tagged up from all directions. And now 8 seconds. Somebody's got to touch the point, but they haven't got many lives to work with here, Fluxx. Oh my goodness, the kill feed's purple. It's so purple. The pistol is not the ideal gun here for Chandy to make the play. He's gonna get taken down, and now Breachy, last man up. How many can he grab? Spot Stoker. There's one. The progression's coming through. The B point, though, will be captured, and Ricochet, they will take the map 3-2. They will take the series 3-0, and they will progress through the bracket in towards that winner's final. It looked for stages, as though Fluxx Nation might manage to clutch up. Dox, look at those engagements. Holy. What is that? 82? But it isn't going to be enough. But my God. I'll tell you what. That series, it says 3-0. But that is not the scoreline that reflects what we've just seen, because they were incredibly close maps in maps 2 and 3. I will just update the scores for you guys. And there you go. 3-0 to Team Ricochet in the end. But it was a very close series. Incredibly close. Thank you for the cast profit. Anytime, Hayden. Anytime, mate. You know the drill. No, Team Ricochet. Congrats to those boys. They progress through the winners bracket, which, as you guys can see, will be up against either Iconic Esports or Astra Infinite. If those boys do need a cast at any time, we'll obviously try and cover that one. But the bracket, Ricochet Ultra, when we were speaking to Pabs about it, these were the boys that I would say were going to be the difficult ones to beat. And they prove it once again. So Ricochet progress through. That is my one and only game, though, for this evening, guys. A huge shout out to everyone who's dropped by just to keep tabs on the games. A huge shout as well to Mr. Jakob, George, Ollie, Yems, Lidesy, Jay, and Sam. Jesus, thank you very much, guys, for all the gifted subs. And thank you for all the new followers. And obviously you returning beautiful people in the chat. But that is going to be my one and only game for the evening, guys. I'll see if there's anyone we can raid in the meantime. Let's have a quick look. Is there anyone that we can raid? Oh, is Dane casting? Oh, he's playing. There you go, we'll give Dane a raid. Very handsome man. You can't not love Dane. I won't call him Dave this time. Raid. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for dropping by. As mentioned, that is my one and only game for this evening, so I'm going to go eat some food and chill. But if you hop on the raid, show Dane some love. If you don't know who Dane is, he's a very, very gorgeous human being and a lovely bloke as well to go with it, and a very good COD player as well. So if you can hop over to his channel, show him as much love as you do me. But yeah, that is it. That is me done for the evening, guys. Hopefully, we'll get the Northerner back tomorrow if we do get asked to cover a game or two. But that is it from me. Thank you very much, guys, and I will see you all tomorrow, hopefully, for some more Call of Duty action. Thanks again, guys. See you then.